Let us move on to Libra, my favorite indecisive little bastards. You guys are the best. Or maybe you're not. I don't know. You're the one who's going to tip the scales, not me, so don't look at me. Okay? Libras, you're amazing. You guys are incredible. You're literally a breath of fresh air to be around. You are so calm, so cooling, so relaxing. The only thing that people don't like about you is that you sometimes are way too indecisive, but that's okay. Okay, so Libra rules from September 21st to October 21st. It's a cardinal air sign. So it's an air sign that wants to go, it's a really good for acting, because they want to actually get up and they don't want to have like the same kind of things as Gemini. They really just want to get the job done in a lot of senses. But the problem with Libra is that a lot of the time they can feel stuck. They can feel like they're not weighing or tipping the scales enough in their favor. A lot of the times in the Egyptian mythology it was associated with Anubis, who would tip the scales, or Lady Justice, or what have you, and the scales itself is actually what they represent. In the Chinese zodiac, it's the horse, because the horse is a very stable animal, but the horse isn't really free. The horse is kind of contained. It's kind of one of those animals that's either very free and it's running around in the wild, or it's kind of a captive to humans, and it's used as kind of like a workhorse in a sense. So it's up to each Libra to choose what balance they want to find in that regard, because to some degree you do have to be a workhorse, but to some degree you have to be free, and Libras are very good at that. Libras are wonderful actually with balance. They're ruled by Venus, so a lot of the time Libras are big eaters. They love to eat. They love to just chip away at enjoying the luxuries of life, and a lot of the time that can catch up to them. Some Libras can even be addicts of some kind, because they don't have that balance. And if you're a Libra and you reject balance just entirely, like, you're gonna have a very tough time living. When we're looking for Libra, we're looking for a very small constellation. I didn't really cover this with Virgo, but because Virgo is just so damn big, but it's kind of hard to see Virgo too. Libra is just so small, and it's kind of so shy, and it's very difficult to see it in the sky. So if you can try to find it, then great. One of the bigger stars of Libra is actually Spica. It's a really, really lucky star. So there's actually a lot of stars that are associated with Libra, like Methuselah. Methuselah is another great star that I don't have on this list. But Libra is ruled by Venus, which is a very feeling type of planet. It's very sensual. It rules the kidneys, the lower backs, the adrenal glands, and I also say parts of the lower digestive tract and upper digestive tract. The digestive tract between Virgo and Libra is probably the most complicated set of organs that we have in our lower body. I would argue it is the most complicated. The way that it works, the way that it releases chemicals and everything, it's absolutely insane. So I don't blame Libras for being indecisive. They got a lot of shit going on in their head, and I love them for it, right? So when we take a look at Libras, which again are these balancing people, we got Hugh Jackman and Wednesday girl, whatever her name is, something something. So she's cool. She's very pretty, obviously. Hugh Jackman, split the face down the line. This man's face is practically the exact same. And not only that, but the eyes almost look kind of like these dishes. They almost look like for both of them, they look like these dishes in the Justice sigil, right? Because Libras have the most beautiful, balanced faces. In fact, their bodies are very proportionally balanced. They very rarely have irregular balance in their structures, whether it's facial or bodily. They're split right down the middle, almost perfectly, better than any other sign. And in fact, Libras are considered one of the most attractive signs, not just because it's next to Scorpio, but because they have this beautiful variety of just duality. Where it's like they don't have those Mercury eyes like the Geminis and Virgos do. They don't have the big round faces like Cancers do. They don't have the big hair like Leos do, or the big necks or anything. They're just normal. Like, they look so epitomized to what a normal human being would be. And I keep using air quotes when I'm saying normal. I know you guys can't see that, but that's basically where my mind goes when I think of Libra. They're very beautiful, not just in their outward appearance, but in their inward appearance as well. Thing you need to be very careful of with Libra is the fact that they sometimes will stagnate in life so hard that they don't do anything. They get very little done. Libra is the setting sun. Libra is where the sun sets. It is completely opposite of Aries. So just like with Aries, we have to think of how this impacts us on a macro level, right? So Aries is the beginner, Libra is the finisher, okay? And they're both cardinal signs. So in the Egyptian mythology, Libra is actually ruled by Set, which is Horus's counterpart, Horus being represented by Aries. Libra would represent Set, sunset. So this is the setting sun. This is actually where things are balanced. This is where things begin the trek of where they go to die. In fact, Set is more so ruled by Scorpio, which would be like Judas and the whole 12 apostles thing. But Libra is the beginning of that downfall, right? And in fact, what is we got the blind lady of Justice over here, because Justice is blind, and what does Set do? He takes out one of Horus's eyes. So that's like this big kind of thing with Libras, where like they can even blind themselves because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I love Libras a lot. Just as a final end note, love them a lot. They are phenomenal people to be around. As a Libra yourself, you actually have to be very careful that you have balance in your life. If you don't, then your life is going to be very difficult.